Hey there, you guys! Welcome back to my hardcore run of Robowarrior Part 2. We are currently on stage 3 here, trying our best to survive in this very perilous land. Hopefully we can get a few more stages in before I die. Rest assured though, I will not be able to get to the very end of the game. There's just no way. Yeah, even playing, quote-unquote softcore, I've never beaten this game. So, yeah. Eventually this round will come to a halt. But, yeah. We'll just see how far I go before that happens. But, yeah. I hope you guys are having a nice weekend, by the way. I actually decided that I will be uploading this video on Sunday the 29th. So, yeah, I'm gonna be uploading both Fire Emblem and Robowarrior here today. So, yeah, I know I said I was only gonna upload Robowarrior videos on Saturdays, but, my urge to play here is just too great, so just gonna have to record another one and upload it on Sunday, I don't know what else to say. I don't think you guys will mind, that's just how it's gonna have to be. But yeah, as you saw there, you get a life preserver for free here on this stage, and we're actually gonna need it to run across here. So we're just gonna equip it and run on by, and you gotta be careful here. The life preserver only lasts for, well, I think it's 30 seconds or so, maybe 40. And then, once it runs out, you will drown in the water again. So, yeah, you can't dawdle for too long. You actually gotta, well, be quick here. You gotta work fast. So, yeah, just as a warning there. I do believe that in the Japanese version, the life preserver item only lasts about half the time than it does here in the US and European version, which is quite cruel. Especially when you see some of the upcoming levels, yeah, which are really, filled with water. This here is just a very, well, this level has a few bits of water here, but, like, it's nothing that bad in all honesty. So, yeah, they're just warming you up to these challenges ahead here in the third level. And yeah, speaking of the third level here, as I ended the last episode there, I think that it might have been a bad idea for me to use my lantern here. We'll have to see though, like, whenever we come back after I die, I will definitely try and clear this level without using a lantern. I think, or well, I know that you can do this level quite easily only with candles, because, well, I've done so on multiple occasions as a kid. I just wanted to show it off here, the lantern, and, well, I just wanted to do what I know is easy. And, there will be enough lanterns to go around, but still, I think that I should have been more frugal. It might have been a little bit wasteful, but, it is very nice to do the level like this. You could also make an argument that if I were to run around here in the darkness, I would take more damage and I would have to use more E-tanks. So, yeah, like, it's never gonna be a perfect run, if you will. You're always gonna end up using more resources if you try to be stingy with others, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's a lot of enemies here. I'm just gonna nuke the screen. Yeah, I don't like all these spiky enemies here, so I just wanna get rid of them. Go, and yeah, I'm actually gonna look around here a little bit more in these boxes here. I do believe, like what I remember from as a kid is, in these dark type levels, the game creators, not Yaliku, as Faulty pointed out, yeah, no, there I almost went and said Sunsoft again, Hudson Soft, yeah, they hid extra candles here in the dark levels of the game, just so that you wouldn't be as likely to get stuck. So it is a good idea to look around here. I believe I'm right about that you do find more candles around here. So yeah, it might be a good idea to rack up here on some extra stuff. And out here we have a bonus room, and at this point in the game, I'm not gonna be able to get all the treasury anymore, because as you will see, we now have more than one statue. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to pick a few statues here. We're gonna go there, there. Oh, very nice. Okay, so we got a nuke here. And yeah, that one looks foul, so I'm not gonna go for that one. Let's take this one. Damn it. Well, I messed up. So, yeah, this one here is definitely a fake one. There might actually be more than one fake in here, but at the very least we know the two ones here on the left were correct ones to bomb. But yeah, I should probably note that down on a piece of paper or something. You know, that's what my dad would do whenever he played this game back in the day. Like, he had files, or folders rather, where he just jotted down, well, things from games he played, and Robowarrior was one of these cases where he would write down the treasure rooms, and he would just draw up a map of which wolf heads there were false and which ones were correct, so that when he would come back, he would know which ones to blow up. You know, that's basically how you did back in the day. You just had to go trial by error. Or, I mean, trial and error style, like, to figure shit out. There were no internet back in the 90s there to look up how the heck, or in what order we were supposed to bomb these statues in. And you know what, yeah, very even done with that little story now. I think I was. Yeah, my dad just wrote down all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I essentially wrote down. But I'm gonna run around here and grind some bombs. And here's why. The next level basically will be split up into 3 sections. And, well, the deal, or the problem with that is, like, there will be 3 different roads you can pick from, and since the stage is divided up in 3 pieces, it is very hard to get enemies to spawn in the area where you're moving in, which means you won't get as many bomb drops, and there will be a lot of boxes or barrels, as you will see, to blow up in that particular stage. So yeah, I don't like to go there unprepared. Now the path that I will take, the middle path, actually does have a well, basement area there, which I will enter and get some extra stuff from. So yeah, I don't think I will run out of bombs, but I'm just saying, like, if you're down to like 10 bombs or lower at this point, you should definitely grind. And you know what, I should heal up here so I don't die. But yeah, it's a good idea to grind up here, and heck, it's not a bad idea to always be at about 60 bombs anyways. And you know what, here, let me show you a trick here. If you sit here, this works at any end of the screen pretty much when there are a lot of flying guys here. If you just get into a good rhythm here, let's just get a few bullets out here. This is a neat trick. You gotta just hold on, it will work. Here, you just gotta, dude. I'll give this one more shot. If you get into a nice rhythm, and enemies just keep spawning in you, you can, like, yeah, you can rack up bombs very quickly. I just can't get it to work now, dude. This is just looking silly. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna leave. But basically, they will just keep spawning as you shoot them and walk into them, and they will just spawn on top of you, and you can rack up bombs very quickly. I don't know if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't, but yeah, there is a little trick you can do there to get bombs fast, which I've done in the past, but it's not really necessary or anything. I just wanted to try and show it off, but yeah, I just looked foolish there, so, you know. I was just gonna quit it there. But yeah, here, this is what I meant. In this level here, the 4th level of the game, you get these 3 paths here, and the middle one is the correct one. I always remember that. I played this level on multiple occasions as a kid, but we're not too far away here now from when I'll start to, well, be less familiar with the game. Oh wow, that's nice. Power up. But yeah, it won't be too far away now, and I'll be less familiar, and the game will become tougher for me. Like, I won't find my way around as well. But yeah, this level is, in all honesty, quite easy. Like, you won't face too many enemies in here, and the bullets that come flying at you, they don't really deal any meaningful damage. Unless, perhaps, if you play on the Japanese version, where, like, all enemies, I believe, you can just, across the board, deal more damage. So, but, yeah, we're playing on the American version, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm just gonna face tank here. And, you know, we could also do a little trick here. If you use a, well, here, if we use a boot, and then pull out a missile, and then you just follow the missile after it, you will very easily clear out, well, as you saw there, rows of debris. But yeah, I completely forgot about the staircase there. Yeah, I got too excited. So yeah, here, let's just light this up. Oh, and here we have the Hudson B. Whenever you pick this up, you get a random power-up, like, I believe, a candle, or I mean, you can get either a candle, an energy tank, a time stopwatch, or a sprinter shoe, a rocket, the flash here, the multiple shot angle. Like, you can get any of these items except for the 3 rare ones here, I wanna say. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. So yeah, we're just gonna need to get through this here now. And whilst doing so, we'll get some more bombs, which is gonna come in handy, believe you me. I believe the next level is, well, if the next level is the one I am thinking it is, it's gonna be a level that requires you to have a lot of bombs in it. Not at first, but once you get into it, it will become apparent what I mean. But, oh, nice, avoided the spike there. Dude, okay, come on. Just let me through. You know, why am I not? Yeah, kicking these guys' asses here. These guys are pissing me off. Okay, well, time to bomb you. Actually, he waited me. Where the heck is that stinking exit? I just went out. I mean, I am getting a lot of nice stuff in here, but I am maxed out on bombs, so... yeah, once again, I just want to get out of here. We don't need more stuff. I am more than well enough here. Well enough off here, yes, dude. Yeah, it's so annoying, like, that I'm not a fluent English speaker. I really wish I was. Like, I just keep tripping over my words here, and yeah, I really wish I could do proper commentary here. Like, seriously. Well, I really do, but hey. I work with what I got. But yeah, this is why we went the middle path, because you get the chalice. If you go on the sides, the level will just keep repeating. So, yeah. Very important to go down the middle. And now we're gonna be at the end here very soon. This is a very short and easy level. Probably easier than the first level in the game, once you know what you're doing. Like, the thing is, since there is so many barrels here, and they are set up in such a way, or in such a fashion that you can blow up 3 at a time per bomb, that just means you'll find a lot of nice stuff very easily, and, like, you barely have to deal with enemies in this level. And yeah, you can just tell for yourself, this is just a, well, haven. This is a very nice powering up station, almost, for Robowarrior here, or Zed, as I believe his actual name is. But you know what? You know what, here. Let's pull out the missile, or actually, here. Let's do this trick again, to save some time. What? Another? I don't remember there being 2 stairs. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna speed this up. I completely forgot about that. I seriously thought there was only gonna be 1 stair. And we are back. I was just about to pull out a stopwatch. Yeah, the stopwatch can be nicer in the underground just because, well, all enemies will cease to move around, which is quite helpful. Although, yeah, look how short the duration is. Oh, wow, I almost died there. Holy crap, yeah. I mean, I'm very happy that they extended the duration of certain items in the European version, but heck, I mean, even here, I think that they don't last for nearly long enough. Yeah. They honestly could have, yeah, they could have boosted certain items up a little bit more. Especially items like the runner shoes there, and, well, the stopwatch too. Like, enemies aren't even that big a deal in this game. They're just kinda annoying, you know, to deal with. So it would have been nice if the time stop lasted just a tad bit longer, you know. But hey, that's just me. And up there, can you see it? We have the, well, secret treasury. And yeah, very much like the last one, I don't actually have this one memorized, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to guess. I think that once I sit down and edit my video, I will actually take notes here, like, for future rounds, so that I know which ones not to blow. Okay, so yeah, see there, not the left one, that's for damn sure, so the treasure is either in one of these 2 or in both, you know. So yeah, I got nothing from there. You know, once again, I only really know the first few levels of the game, like, inside and out, and heck, even that's a, well, overstatement. But yeah, in comparison to these levels, I don't. Well, in comparison to these levels, I know them very well, anyways. You know, this guy here is just, yeah, waiting to pounce on me. You know, let's just blow him up. Oh my god, can you just... There you go, go down. Just go down already, my man. And yeah, you guessed it, in here we have the key. In some of these levels, it's blatantly obvious where they hid it, you know? Whereas in the first two levels, yeah, it's like just in random spaces, but yeah, in the third and the fourth level, yeah, they just put them in nice little rooms here. And there you go, die. Thank you. Phew. And you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Use the lightning, yeah. I don't want to deal with that spike guy, because if I'm gonna have to deal with him, he's probably gonna take off an entire battery of my life there, and yeah, I would rather not have to use an E-tank here at the very end of this level. And I might actually want to grind up to 99 bombs in here, because yeah, on level 5 here, well, as I mentioned before, we'll get to that place where we will need a lot of bombs, and having 99 will be very nice. So yeah, you know what, let's just go ahead and pop an E-tank before I bomb myself and die. That's the dangerous part here with this game. Like, if you try and drag out, well, each battery here as far as you can, or well, what am I trying to say? If you try and besiege with your E-tanks and you're on your last battery, you can very easily explode yourself and lose half your stuff. Like, that's essentially what happens, by the way, when you die. So yeah, gotta be careful with that. I don't know if it's actually half that you lose, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Unless, you know, I just misremember here. But yeah, okay, nice. Another life preserver. Holy crap, is the game generous with these. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna do some speed up here whilst we... Or actually, no. Let's just find something to talk about whilst I grind. This isn't gonna take too long. Yeah, I guess I can talk about something that me and Faulty discussed during the last video, or well, in the comment section, and we didn't really discuss it. It was just kind of awkward, like how at the beginning of the video I just assumed that Yellico was the company that made this game, and then Faulty corrected me that no, they were just the producers here of the game. And yeah, I don't know why I assumed that. I pretty much, or well, I'm pretty sure I just heard it somewhere at some point, or maybe I just made it up in my head. I don't know. But yeah, that was a little bit silly by me. And yeah, Faulty, if you ever do feel like trying this game out, please just go for it. It's a very fun game, and you know, it's a bit unforgiving, but you seem like the type of guy who likes a good challenge, you know, one who doesn't shy away from dying a bunch. Like, this game will definitely kick your ass a little bit, but hey, if you just have mental sturdiness, it's a lot of fun to try and figure stuff out here. But yeah, here for this, damn it, dude, yeah, thank you. For this level here, as you can see, we have this stair here, or well, the underground path. You can just skip it if you use a boot and move across the water here. That way we don't have to go down there and waste a bunch of health. Damn it, he nailed me. What the heck. So much for that. But yeah, see here, this is where the annoying stuff begins with this level, with level 5 here. Look there to the right. We clearly have a bombable block there. Here's the deal. You actually cannot get past this part of the game if you don't have at the very least one life preserver. You cannot run out there and bomb that block and get back here to safety in time. You will just drown. It's really, really freaking harsh, and I actually don't remember which block I need to bomb here, so I'm just gonna have to do one of these. Oh, okay, well, there you go. That sold itself. Well, that sold itself. Of course it sold itself. I bombed all the walls here. What the heck is up with my dumbass commentary times? But yeah, see, if you don't have the life preserver, you're pretty much screwed. You're just gonna have to, well, replay the game from the beginning. But, you know, in the last stage there, they did give you, well, a lot of opportunities to find more life preservers. So, you know, it might seem a little bit harsh of them doing that here, you know, at first glance, but I guess really it's not that bad, you know. But, I mean, at the same time, I guess, yeah, it definitely is dicky. It's dickish that they pulled that one off there too, yeah, like, this is just how it was back in old games, you know. They just didn't really know what to do. They just tried shit out, see what stuck, and yeah, here in Robowarrior, unfortunately, they made certain, or well, yeah, they came up with certain scenarios here where you simply cannot progress if you screw up too much, you know. If you die one too many times, you know, you will lose some life preservers, and eventually, you know, you can't just finish the game. So it's very important that when you play this game, that you just don't give up. You just gotta keep on trying. Like when you die, yeah, sure, you might lose too many of your items, you might have to replay the game from start, but like, just make sure you write down the solutions for these secret rooms, and eventually, you know, you'll be on a run where you're strong enough and you can get very far into the game. That's basically the gist of this one here. Yeah. And you guys didn't believe me before when I said you will need a lot of bombs here. Right? But yeah, see? I was right. You might not have believed what I said, but in the end, I was very much right here. And yeah, okay, just drop that. It's not fine, just shut up. Just shut up. But yeah, I honestly don't really remember where to go here. Like, if I need to stay in the middle or the top, I really don't remember. And I hope that this isn't gonna be a situation here where the screen will repeat. I don't think so, because if it does, then I will pop up back there at the water again at some point and have to redo that. That would be very cruel. I don't think that, well, even back then they would pull something like that off on the player. Like, seriously, my man. But you never know. Oh, actually, here the end is. But yeah, if you really want to also, like, you could use the screen nuke and just clear out all the rubble here, but obviously if you do that, well, you will lose one of the best boss-slaying weapons in the entire game, yeah. The nuke attack there will deal, well, I don't know how much damage to bosses, but it will deal a lot. Like, it's very powerful, if I remember correctly. I will actually try it out, perhaps not on the first boss. The first boss is very easy, as you will see. Incredibly easy, as a matter of fact. A child could do it almost. Well, yeah. And I actually gotta pause here and look at my timer in a bit. I actually don't know how long this episode is. But, you know, we've got a lot of shit done here. You know what, should I just cut this out? Or speed this up? You know what, let's do that. Let's speed this crap up. This is gonna take forever. What the hell, my man? Well, there you go. Found the key. So, I'm just gonna move on here. I don't really feel like clearing out all these blocks. There might be something of great value there. But, here we go. The first boss of the game. Do I have time for this? Let's pause here. You know what? We can probably fit this guy in here. We're up to 24 minutes. There's nothing to cut though or anything like that. But yeah, this guy is pretty damn easy. Let's just unleash on him here. And yeah, I have such great weapon range here now that I don't really think I will even need any missiles to take this guy down here. I can probably just do this the regular sheep way, but of course that's gonna take a long while. Actually, on these bosses, or well, at the very least on this guy, it's a very nice idea, or good idea, to equip this weapon here. I haven't even shown this off yet, but yeah, now you actually fire in all directions, which greatly helps with these slimes here, you know? And now you don't have to care what way you aim your gun. Now you can just run circles around him and, well, go to town. So, yeah. This is much better. And you know what? You could also use your bolts here, you know? Deal some bonus damage to the boss and also take the slimes out. But yeah, as you can see, this guy, he kind of stinks. But, of course, you know, Bomberman, Robowarrior isn't really known for its hard bosses here, yeah. It's mainly, well, the challenge mainly lies in the stages themselves. But can we take this guy down already? The bombs definitely deal a lot of good damage to bosses, you know, just FYI. If you want to deal max damage, or well, not if you want to deal max damage, but if you want to deal good damage, use your bombs. Your bombs or your rockets or your nukes is the way to go. And yeah, we're up to 15 medals now. Just a few more and we'll be able to afford the lantern there. But yeah, I guess this is gonna have to do it for part 2 of my hardcore playthrough here of Robowarrior. Next weekend we'll be back with another episode or 2 there. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Let's just take let's just take a quick look here at the next level. 4-1, yeah, this one is a real stinker. This level here ended many of my playthroughs as a kid. You need a lot of life preservers in here, and there is also gonna be scenarios where there are these walls that you need to run out and blow whilst you're, well, running across water. Yeah, it's a mess of a map, but you know, I don't foresee it being too bad. Everything just seems a lot worse when you're a kid, and you know, when you replay a game and come back as an adult, well, it usually turns out to be a lot easier than you remember. So we'll just have to wait and see. I don't really remember this level too well, like in detail, if you will. I just remember it being a pain in my ass. But yeah, next weekend we'll come back, and I'll keep going here with my hardcore run. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Can I survive? Let's find out.